Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's reading the Red this Wednesday morning. And it's very pleasant out there. Not sunshine, but at least it's dry for the moment. Mark chapter 7, verse 18. And he said to them, in red, "Are you lacking in understanding as well? Do you not understand that whatever goes into a person from outside cannot defile him?" So, Jesus is perplexed by these disciples who come to him when he is on his own, and they say to him, "Jesus, what was you talking about?" And Jesus here is saying, "Do you not understand? Are you lacking in understanding?" And God all week has been bringing this insight to me regarding that point in us where we understand, like the penny drops understanding. And most of us have an awareness of things, but we don't know the truth that brings the blessing to our lives. So we know things, we understand in that sense, but we don't understand at the point whereby it's making a difference to our lives. And so the reason for that is because we're not convinced by what's being said. Like Jesus is saying, are you lacking in understanding? So you understand, but you lack the reality of the blessing, of the benefit of the things that I'm saying. So he's wanting to tell them this truth, that eating is not a problem. God doesn't have any problem with eating, but there's something that happens to a person that God does have a problem with. And the thing that God has a problem with is the stuff that comes out of our lives. So it's not eating that brings about the stuff that comes out of our lives, but something in us that is broken and that is lacking. And so the lack of understanding, the lack of insight with regards to, we need, as it were, to see how we're behaving and evaluate that and say, that's not looking like God. I need to change that. But the fool and the unwise and the proud, they don't do that. They just keep on spurting out this stuff, living in this particular way, getting on with doing what they shouldn't be doing, and they don't care. And they're unmindful of it. They have no thought of the inappropriateness of it. They just keep on rolling it out. They're blind to what they're doing. And it's the doing of the wrong things that we do in life that indicate, A, we don't understand, and B, that we couldn't care less anyway. And Jesus is trying to bring people into a place where they say, look, if you want to change, then you have to ride this train. You have to understand. Not just know it superficially, you need to understand it at the point where you need to understand, so that you absolutely are persuaded and fully convinced by the thing that I'm saying to you. That it makes such an impact on you that that's who you are now. That's the connection you have with that wisdom that's coming from whatever particular predicament you're trying to solve. So Jesus is saying to him, do you lack understanding? Don't you see? It's not what comes out of your mouth. It's not what goes into your mouth that's the problem. It's what comes out of you. And it's having to look what comes out of us. And did you look yesterday and see what came out of you? What did it look like? Did it look like God? If it didn't, maybe you need to reevaluate some of the things that you're letting yourself do. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day. Be blessed, and I'll see you tomorrow.